of Belarus and Georgi Karabadze of Georgia going through. They have qualified for Tokyo. We're on to the men's heavyweight semi-finals, as you saw before the break. Top seed and reigning world champion Muslim Gadzhimagomedov of Russia. He has won by walkover against Germany's Ammar Abdel-Jabbar. Now we'll find out who Gadzhimagomedov will face in the final. We're about to see. Here is Cheavon Clarke of Great Britain. We have talked about what a great few days it has been for Britain. 11 boxers qualifying for Tokyo. Cheavon Clarke, he defeated Vagkan Nanitsyan of Greece. Split decision to qualify for Tokyo. His opponent, who looked extremely useful yesterday, Enmanuel Reyes from Spain, 28 years old. He defeated the number 2 seed, Radoslav Panteleev, world bronze medalist. The Bulgarian disqualified for repeated transgressions as he failed to cope with Reyes' speed and accuracy. Reyes dominating the first round, and he was on top in the second. Panteleev just losing his rag somewhat. But this should be a good contest. Clarke, if he wins, we'll have a rematch with Gadzhimagomedov from the quarterfinals of the World Championships, which the Russian won before going on to take the title.
Rory, very interesting here. The drama, unforeseen, something you can't plan for. They're in the locker rooms, figuring they probably had another half an hour, and all of a sudden, 2 quick ends to the bouts in the first round, and all of a sudden that was the delay, and they got to quickly get ready to come out and throw hands. And but wow, what talent in the ring right now.
Yes, Enmanuel Reyes, the Cuban-born boxer. Our Spanish colleagues say he's one of Spain's best boxers for the last 2 or 3 decades. They really rate him highly. And he showed his class against Panteleev.
And they won the local favorite and won the 2021 Boxum tournament in Castellón. And of course the story of Cheavon Clarke is well told, but it deserves to be repeated. At 8, almost died after falling off a ladder and impaling himself on a spike. And then 10 years later, flatlined in a hospital because of a burst appendix. And life lessons learned can certainly help him in the ring. Got a wonderful attitude.
And he has achieved his dream of reaching the Olympic Games. He's up against talented boxer in Enmanuel Reyes.
Yes, Reyes has quickness and you know, just ring presence that belies his massive body. I mean, he really floats out there, bouncing, and has a lot of power. See what Clarke can do with him. Clarke has never been to the Olympics, although he has gone and sparred with, you know, his teammate who went on to win the gold.
See Reyes duck under that shot from Clarke. Clarke had a bit of a struggle against Nanitsyan yesterday. Needed a big last round, and he produced it.
Final 20 seconds. Very active first round.
Neither landing many full-blooded shots. As I say that, there's an uppercut from Reyes. Advances forward menacingly. Flicks out the jab. That's the end of round 1, and Clarke might have a bit to think about.
He's so happy to be Olympian finally. And it's just you know, he's going to be a media star when he gets there. Great backstories. He's played Call of Duty with fellow Jamaican Usain Bolt, and I've told you the story about running into Prince Charles at an event, Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and he said, "Prince Charles, you don't want any of this smoke." And, you know, the Prince took it well. They took a picture, and but the picture that you see is not a good one for Team GB at this moment.
Clarke winning the round on one scorecard, the other 4 to Reyes. Still 2 rounds for Clarke to get something going here. One of the things that, one of Reyes' talents is that you've mentioned his speed. I mean, he floats more like a welterweight or a middleweight.
Yes.
And as a result, he's quite hard to hit. He's not a stationary target that a lot of heavyweights present. He's always on the move.
And you see Clarke's counter to that is to try to go right in and obviously cut the ring down a little, but bring the heat right in front. But Reyes has done a good job landing in close as well. You know, Reyes really might be as talented as he is, and I know the folks in and around the Spanish boxing world know all about him, but he might surprise some people in Tokyo.
Unseeded for this event. As you say, he won the Boxum International in Castellón de la Plana, so he will have certainly garnered some attention from that.
But the field, you know, with this COVID year, the field wasn't quite maybe up to normal standards.
That's a good left from Reyes and a right. Clarke trying to wheel away, but Reyes wise to that attack.
Clarke just trying to find a way forward, to find some rhythm.
Trying to get the jab going, Clarke. No holding is the instruction.
Last 10.
Perhaps we've just seen a couple of box-offs which both had unsatisfactory finishes, the lot on the line. This bout, not quite so much, and these heavyweights have had a heavy workload.
Yes.
3rd bout in consecutive days, and the winner could have a 4th tomorrow.
That's a very tough ask of these great athletes. And I think I would explain Reyes slowing down just a little in the last half of that round, I think. Not quite as bouncy, not quite as quick. But what has he done in round 2 to back up what he did in round 1?
And not too much to choose between them, but I think Reyes will get the verdict exactly the same. Judge 1 going for Clarke and the rest going for Reyes. So 4 judges scoring it Reyes by 2. And normally, if there was a place at Tokyo on the line, you'd expect Clarke to go hammer and tongs, but perhaps knowing that he's already qualified for Tokyo, Does he really want to have a fourth bout in 4 days? He might not be quite so committed to trying to take victory here.
Not that it doesn't matter, it obviously does, and they have pride, but really the big prize is coming up in Japan.
I think Clarke's doing his best to dispel my thoughts by charging in, and Reyes landing a couple of decent shots early in round 3.
Well, really, the reality of your notion is that, you know, you see the walkovers, and that's what those are about. You know, it's about just a smart look at your schedule and what's the cost-benefit ratio.
We're not ruling out the possibility of injuries as Clarke looks appealingly to the referee, and that's not the first time Reyes has been warned about holding.
A deduction on, deducting a point could bring Clarke back into this.
Absolutely. Clarke trying to get something going. Reyes does move well. He's not going to leave his chin hanging out.
But at this weight with these powerful men, you're onto something there, because there's always a puncher's chance if Reyes is leaning and Clarke catches him. We've seen a couple of big punches here this week.
Seem to remember a knockout for Andrei Zamkovoy, a Russian.
Yes.
Of course, you can catch up on all the action over the last few days on Olympics.com. Just over 30 seconds to go in this bout. This is our last bout on Ring B this evening. Men's heavyweight semi-final. Clarke trying to force the issue. Reyes makes him miss. You can forgive both men for this being a slightly lackluster encounter. High workload in recent days. Reyes happy to run down the clock. There's the final bell.
They may well see each other again in Tokyo.
Every chance. Clarke, the number 3 seed here in the Europe qualifier. Probably be on the losing side here, but we'll find out what the 5 judges at ringside made of it any second now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner on point by split decision. In the blue corner, representing Spain, Enmanuel Reyes Clarke.
Split decision for Enmanuel Reyes Clarke, which suggests that Clarke took the last round on all 5 scorecards. But Enmanuel Reyes is through to the men's heavyweight final. And he will come up against Russia's reigning world champion, Muslim Magomedov. That could be an interesting contest. Although we have to find out in the morning if both men will be ready for that bout. There is the scorecard. Well, Judge 1, of course, he gave the first 2 rounds to Clarke, and he actually gave the 3rd round to Reyes. Reyes sweeping the board in round 3. Here's confirmation of the bracket. Top seed Muslim Magomedov into the final against Spain's Enmanuel Reyes Clarke. And they hopefully will meet in the ring tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow, but this is it for us.